This morning, Amazon has just announced it's cutting 16,000 jobs worldwide.
It's the latest round of mass layoffs as the Seattle-based company reshapes its business in the world of AI. King 5 Savannah Welch is at Amazon headquarters in Seattle this morning. So, Savannah, what's the company saying about this latest round of cuts?
Well, Jake, the Amazon announced the layoffs early this morning, just hours after an internal email went out to staff by mistake. This internal email incorrectly stated that employees had already been notified they lost their jobs. It did make it clear, though, that layoffs were coming, but workers at that point had not yet been officially informed. Amazon leadership said, quote, "We've been working to strengthen our organization by reducing layers, increasing ownership, and removing bureaucracy. While many teams finalized their organizational changes in October, other teams did not complete that work until now. These layoffs are in addition to those 14,000 jobs cut back in the fall. Impacted employees will have 90 days to look for another role within the company. Those who don't transition will receive severance, benefits, and career support." The company also announced this week that it's closing all Fresh and Amazon Go stores. There's 11 stores here in Western Washington, and Amazon announced the closures this week. We spoke with a shopper whose niece works with Amazon Fresh at the corporate level.
Just crossing my fingers that maybe if she gets laid off there, they might be able to find a place for her somewhere else within Amazon. If that's the case, she's going to be really devastated.
Sunday will be the last day for stores here in Washington. Instead, Amazon is focusing on grocery delivery and expanding Whole Foods markets. The company plans to open more than 100 new Whole Foods locations over the next few years, and some of the closing stores may actually be converted into Whole Foods. The Amazon Fresh online delivery service, though, that will still be available. In Seattle, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
Thanks so much, Savannah. Of course, we'll be watching Amazon's stock price once the market opens at 6:30.
This is the book of 2 Ezra 15 and 11, and it reads, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail, through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation. Woe to them, woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Right? And that's the time that we're coming into, because all of these plagues are coming to a city near you. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at GMS, the teacher who well taught me this truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say Shalom. Help and pray that this lesson be edifying to the elect. Lock in. As you can see, many great miseries are coming to the cities near you, man. Let's start off, get that. That's real quick. Scripture comes out a lot now, because we're in these times. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. And it reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Right? So these are the times that we're coming into, man. So let's start off with this article first, because that's based on the Amazon thing, and then I'll read the UPS one too. I just had it on the screen. There's so much going on, it's hard to keep up. There we go. So it reads, Amazon, this is published, what's today, 29th? Yep. Published yesterday, January 28th. It says, a plan to cut 16,000 employees marks the second phase of a restructuring push driven in particular by the company's new focus on AI, or artificial intelligence, the tech giant has said. So as you know, brothers have been going into a lot as of late, this cutting of the jobs, well, one is prophetic, but it's all going into, a complete control of the people. Because if they're not able to work and make their own money, that means they have to do what? They have to rely on the government to give them assistance. And the government, as they say, the world, there's nothing free. So they're going to, start off helping however they want to do it. They're going to start off, helping the people. And then eventually they're going to require that MO to the TV, man. And that's what it's all coming down to, man. Then implement, the UBI, which is Universal Basic Income, where nobody will have to work. Everybody will just be stuck at home, with a virtual reality headset on, looking at social media and eating bugs or whatever. That's what these devils want. And then the government gives you assistance. In order to participate in the system, you're going to have to, receive that MO to the TV, man, that mark of the beast, man, that RFID chip, that implantable rights device, man, in order to receive these benefits. And that's what these devils are pushing forward towards. And that's why they're cutting all these jobs and giving them to robots and AI and all this madness that's going on, because that's all a part of their plan. As the scriptures say, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. So this is it says Amazon will cut about 16,000 jobs in a second round of layoffs linked to a restructuring driven by its focus on artificial intelligence, the company said on Wednesday. The first round of layoffs took place in October and affected 14,000 employees. Combined, the two rounds will amount to roughly 10% of the company's office workforce. Amazon tied the layoffs to the need to strengthen our organization by reducing layers, increasing ownership, and removing bureaucracy. The tech giant plans to continue hiring and investing in strategic areas and functions that are critical to our future, it said in a statement. It says, although the roughly 30,000 jobs cut across the two rounds account for just under 2% for the tech giant's total workforce of about 1.58 million, the layoffs mark the largest downsizing in the company's history, surpassing the 2022 and 2023 cuts that eliminated 27,000 positions. So it's only increasing. It's only increasing, and it's across many different job markets, man. This is just two in particular that we're focusing on, but it's only getting worse. And that's the point. This is from End Time Headlines, January 27, 2026, a couple days ago. UPS set I guess it's meant to say set to slash 30,000 jobs in 2026, man. So it's all across all the different sectors, man, because they've already been talking about, having these drones drop off things, these automated vehicles, these robots and different things of that nature. So where is that going to leave the people? They're not going to be able to have any jobs, man. It's Ecclesiastes 12:4. Let's see. I'll start at 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? We always go into that. The keepers of the house go into the economists. When you look up that word economy, it goes into house management, right? So the keepers of the house are the economists. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, right? Grinders going into the jobs because they are few. And those that look out the windows be darkened, right? Because a lot of people are seeing that there's no future here. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? Not as many jobs, which we're already seeing. I mean, even right now, during the day, you know, I go out and I work, I do app jobs and everything, but there's a lot of people, a lot of Edomites that are just walking around all day, ain't doing a damn thing. They ain't doing nothing, just collecting government assistance or, Social Security or whatever they're doing, same age as me, younger than me, and all that. You know, that's the world that we're living in, and that's what these devils want. The so-called elites. You know, so that everybody will be, put in such a bad position that they will have to, in their eyes, go to them for help, and that would make them their god, and then they would have to bow down to them. But as the scriptures say, the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, have reserved 7,000, which means a complete number of men, right, which will not bow the knee to Baal, right? So that remnant will trust in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and not go down to Egypt for help, And that's what the point of all these lessons is, to give warning to you Israelites out there, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, of the danger that's coming and what these devils are up to, and why you need to seek your power while he may be found. Matter of fact, I'll jump back and read that in the same chapter. Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. A lot of people waking up early in the morning when the birds are chirping, looking for jobs, and aren't finding them. Putting in all these job applications. I go on TikTok right now and find hundreds of videos of men and women crying because they've been putting in job application after job application after job application, and nobody's calling them. The grinders are ceasing, the jobs are ceasing, because they're putting AI and robotics in position to do these jobs. We've been speaking about this, me and my short time, for a few years now, and the apostles and elders for decades, that these things were coming, and here we are, and they're only increasing. Every other day you see some video of some robot that these damn Moabites created, cleaning a house or cooking burgers, frying French fries and shit like that, man. All these jobs that a person would do, they're taking. Amazon got all these robots in there stacking boxes, putting them in trucks. Damn trucks are gonna start driving by themselves. That's the time that we're in, man. That's why it's important. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So seek the Lord while he may be found, because these evils are soon to come, man. This is Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that's where we're at with it, man. All these things are coming to a city near you, man. So we see where this is going. So that's pretty much it. Lord's will, I can do maybe a part 2 on this, getting a little bit more into it, but I want to put something on wax. But hey, repent, you brothers and sisters, while before the evil days come, because they are upon us. I hope and pray that this lesson was edifying to your elect. In closing, I want to thank Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, taught me his truth. Salutations, brothers and sisters that are out there listen, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom, a Bible ball, And Kwam Yasharala. Hey, shalom. Till next time.